Hi there, my name's Ananda Forest, and this is good news about the world falling apart. So, how could there possibly be good news about the world falling apart? One way is if you are a seed. Now again, we use the word seed, we throw it around, I've riffed about it in other episodes, but a seed really is two things. It's the shell around the germ. So those two things are really, really different, right? The shell is pretty much inert. It's never going to be anything other than a shell. And it has a very simple mission. Don't let anyone in under any circumstances. And the shell of a seed can keep to that agreement for days, years, centuries, sometimes even millennia. People have found seeds over 1,000 years old and been able to germinate them. So that shell was doing a really good job. And again, without the shell, that germ is done for. It's going to get eaten immediately. It's going to rot. It's going to dry up. It needs that protection. So the shell is super important. But I talked before about we need to germinate the heart seed. We need to open up the shell of the ego, the protection, the fear, and allow our hearts to germinate. Because as we know, with seed germs, there's something in there way more amazing. Think of what the germ of an acorn turns into. A massive tree that can be home for thousands of organisms, can feed thousands more, can lead to whole forests. That's just in one little acorn, big as the end of my thumb. So what does it take? Let's look at this all just from the shell's point of view. I got a job, right? I got a mission. I'm on a mission from God. Don't let anybody in under any circumstances. So I'm doing my job. I don't care what's in there. I don't even know what's in there. It could be the germ to create corn. It could be the germ to create poison ivy. I don't care. Nobody comes in. And I'm doing my job and I'm shining and I'm pleased with myself and I show up to work every single day. And then some interfering SOB takes me out of my nice dry. I might be in a bag with hundreds of seeds. I might be in a sealed bowl. I'm doing my job. I'm showing up. I'm doing what they told me. I'm doing it again and again and again. I'm doing it for year after year, decade after decade, century after century. And then some bozo takes me and maybe a few of my friends and sticks us in the ground. We're alone. We're separate. We're in the dark. What's going on? But I'm still doing my job. Problem is, this bozo knows some things. He's got me close enough to the surface that the sun's starting to come in and I'm getting warm. And he's putting water on it and the moisture's coming in. And I'm starting to get softer. And what's more, there's something going on inside. No one told me about this. The germ is starting to stir. It's starting to awaken. It's starting to push and push. And I'm starting to break in the moisture and the heat and I'm cracking open. And that's the end of me, pal. I'm done. Nobody's interested. I'm finished. But that took a little while, and I didn't like it. Maybe I was in agonizing pain. Maybe I was in fury. Maybe I was going through all the stages of DABDA, right? Or the meter of awakening. WTF, what is going on? I'm being cracked open and something is... So, I invite you, that analogy of the germ and the shell, the heart, and the ego, we are living in perhaps some of the most heartbreaking times that are possible. A lot of our life strategies that we were taught as young people aren't applicable. Things we were told when we were kids don't really seem to work out. So your information is no longer valid and your heart is being broken and you're in the darkness and all kinds of forces and all of a sudden despair, which is so scary and so awful and so many of us are feeling it nowadays. If you're not in despair, at least some of the time, you are not paying attention. A 5,000-year-old paradigm that took sort of okay care of some of us is coming to its end. It is wearing out. It is becoming increasingly dysfunctional. The good news about despair, if you've been listening to previous podcasts or ever read any Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, is despair is the second D in DABDA. You are so close to acceptance. You are so close to the light. And if you read Eckhart Tolle, you're so close to joy and enthusiasm. So despair, it's the dark night of the soul, right? When I wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning, everything looks bad. If I'm not careful, I'll keep myself up the rest of the night worrying about stuff. But as soon as the sun comes up, isn't that bad? That's where we are. In the day of civilization, we are at about 4 in the morning. And in the year of civilization, we are at the winter solstice. The sunlight is way choked back. But the good news about days and years is no matter how dark the night, there's always dawn. No matter how cold the winter, there's always spring. That moment of despair tells us as we're cracking open, we're going to have to surrender. We need a loving gardener who has our best intentions at heart, who isn't just trying to crack open our shell to get his laughs and jollies from it. She's got a plan that's so much bigger than anything we could imagine. The shell has no idea what that germ is capable of. Yet the germ is capable of dozens, hundreds, thousands, millions more. Entire forests, enough to support whole cities. What is the heart seed germinated to? Think of Jesus and Buddha and enlightened beings. Those are the first seeds to germinate. That's all. Oh, but they lived thousands of years ago. In terms of evolution, 1,000 years is nothing. In terms of the evolution of consciousness, 1,000 years is a very short time. They were just the first ones to germinate. And guess what? It's our turn now. It's time to germinate. And oh my God, because it's in the germ that the answers to all the problems we're facing lie. And what are they? I only know a few because I haven't fully germinated, right? And I'm not the only one. How many imaginal buds does it take to make a butterfly? How many acorns does it take to make a forest? It's not about one or two people waking up. It's not about one guy up on a soapbox, second coming of Christ, Jesus 2.0. It's not what we're talking about. Yogananda called it the best. The second coming of Christ is the resurrection of the Christ in each of us, is the germination and flowering of each of our heart seeds. And the good news is your shell has got to be shattered. Your ego's got to be shattered or the germ can't bloom. And the good news about despair means you've gone through 80% of DABDA. You are almost to acceptance. And you're almost to joy. You're almost to enthusiasm. So hang in there. Listen to some more episodes. Do what lights you up. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. Read things, do things, hang out with people that make you excited and happy, or at least at peace. Because acceptance, right? Real joyful acceptance is the bomb. Anyway, my name's Ananda Forest. This is good news about the world falling apart. Please hit the like button, tell your friends, check out other episodes. And if you like to read about this kind of stuff, check out my book, Good News About the World Falling Apart, The Third Turning of Human Consciousness. It's available online, or you can shoot me a line and give me $10. I'll send you paperback. I got Venmo, I got email. You can find it all on the link. And also, if you want an audible version, an online version, you got to go online for that as well. So, thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you on the flip side.